Welcome to Bloodshed Breakdown, where slasher films meet chilling conspiracy theories. We dive deep into the gore, mystery, and the sinister truths behind the stories you love. Grab your popcorn and prepare for the fright of your life.
Ooh, I like that. Fright of your life. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I got my popcorn. I'm all set. Let's do it.
Are you ready to dissect the slasher flick that's already generating serious buzz?
Always.
I am too.
Let's go.
We're talking Hard Eyes,
Hard Eyes, yes.
coming out February 7th, 2025. Valentine's Day release.
Ooh, interesting. That's good timing.
Yeah, what do you think the premise is here?
Well, I mean, from what I've gathered, it all revolves around this urban legend called the Hard Eyes Killer, which,
Wow, creepy.
yeah, super creepy. And, they always say that truth is stranger than fiction, right? So that's what makes it even creepier.
Totally.
Especially when you have a killer who targets couples on Valentine's Day. Oh, no. Yeah, and leaves a trail of, let's just say, broken hearts.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
So we're taking the Valentine's Day, lovey-dovey thing and turning it on its head.
Absolutely. We're subverting expectations here.
Yeah. So it seems like this year, the legend is getting a whole new, twist. The killer is not just targeting a couple, they're terrorizing a whole town.
Right, like a whole group of strangers trapped in this town with killer on the loose.
And nobody knows who it is?
Nobody knows who it is. And the trailer, right? The trailer suggests that some of them might actually know the killer.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, so that's terrifying. So, speaking of potential victims, the cast list is out there, and
Yeah.
it gives us some pretty interesting hints, I think.
For sure.
What do you think about Olivia Holt?
Olivia Holt, yeah, she was great in Cruel Summer.
So,
I think she could be a really great final girl, I could definitely see that.
yeah.
But remember, casting can be very misleading,
Yeah.
especially in slasher films, right?
Right.
They want to keep us on the edge of our seat.
So we have to kind of think, is she really the final girl, or is that just what they want us to think?
What about Mason Gooding?
Oh, Mason Gooding from Scream C6. Okay, so he could be the love interest, right? But he could also be the killer. He could have a darker side. We've seen that before, haven't we?
Yeah. I feel like that kind of casting choice makes you question everybody's motives. You just never know who's going to turn out to be the killer.
Exactly.
What about Gigi Zimbardo from Bridge and Tunnel, the best friend? What do we think?
The best friend. Classic slasher trope.
Right.
And let's be real, the best friend always has secrets, right?
Always secrets.
Always secrets.
And they always get caught up in the mess somehow.
Exactly. But I think sometimes the best friend serves as the audience's eyes and ears. They're the ones uncovering the clues along the way, piecing things together.
Yeah.
I feel like often they have some sort of connection to the past. They knew the killer from high school or whatever it may be. And I wonder if that will come into play in this film as well.
Speaking of the past, Devon Sawa, Jordana Brewster.
Horror legends. I love it.
What do you think?
What are they doing in this film?
Yeah.
Are they mentors to these kids?
Yeah, it could be.
Or are their characters somehow actually connected to the killer in some way? Maybe a past victim or something.
Oh, yeah. Or family members.
Right, exactly. I think, honestly, it's brilliant casting because it adds this whole other layer of meta commentary on the genre itself, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
You've got these actors who are known for horror, who are basically horror royalty.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost like the film is acknowledging its own lineage, right? We know where we came from. We're part of this long tradition of slasher films. It's really clever.
I love it. That's kind of like winking at the audience, who are all horror fans.
Exactly.
And it wouldn't be the first time a slasher flick played with, meta elements.
Totally. I mean, Scream is a prime example of that, right?
Yeah.
Self-aware, poking fun at the conventions of the genre.
Exactly.
But still delivering the scares.
Totally. So it's tapping into this whole holiday horror tradition that we've seen.
Yes.
With My Bloody Valentine.
My Bloody Valentine. Yes. Classic. I think that's definitely an influence here.
Yeah.
Thematically, both films are taking a day that's all about love and turning it into a night of terror, right?
Yeah.
Love is in the air, but so is, murder.
Right, literally.
Yeah.
But Hard Eyes, this one doesn't seem to stop there. We've got this whole modern love satire element, too.
Oh, absolutely. The trailer's full of these romantic cliches that quickly devolve into death traps.
Yeah.
It's like they're poking fun at the pressures of dating today, the expectations, the whole performance of it all on social media. It's like they're saying, oh, you want a candlelit dinner? How about a candlelit death scene?
That's what you get.
Right. It's dark, but it's also kind of funny, you know?
Yep.
It's that dark humor that I think a lot of horror fans really appreciate.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And then, can we just talk about the mask for a second?
The mask, yes.
Distorted hard eyes.
Creepy, but also, like, instantly iconic.
I know.
It's going to be on all the merch.
I know, right? I feel like they already know it, too.
Oh, yeah, they're banking on it.
You're like, we've got this.
Right. It's like those simple but effective visuals are so crucial in slasher films.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, the Michael Myers mask, the Ghostface mask, and now the Heart Eyes mask.
It's going to be in the horror pantheon, I think.
Oh, for sure. It's going to be a classic.
Yeah. I mean, it's so simple, but it's also so, like, twisted, right?
Right. It takes something that's supposed to be, you know, sweet and innocent, and it just, like, warps it.
Yeah.
It's like, love gone wrong, love gone bad.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about, like, the spectacle of the trailer. But what about the director, Josh Rubin?
Josh Rubin. Okay, so his previous work, like Scare Me, which I highly recommend, by the way, it shows that he's really good at blending horror and comedy.
Yeah.
He's not afraid to get a little meta with it, to use humor to, like, diffuse the tension, and then, bam, ramp it right back up.
So we could get some, like, really creative kills, maybe some dark humor sprinkled throughout.
Oh, for sure. And, of course, there's the whole mystery of the killer's identity, right? That's the heart of any good slasher.
Right.
We're going to be trying to figure out who it is the whole time.
Yeah.
But the real question is why, right?
Yeah.
What's driving them? What's their twisted motivation? That's what we need to know.
That's what makes a good slasher. The why.
Exactly. The why is everything.
All right. Well, sounds like we're in for a wild ride. Are you ready for a Valentine's Day you won't forget?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Check out Hard Eyes when it hits theaters. And hey, while you're waiting, think about this. What other urban legends or real-life crimes could inspire a slasher film?
That's a good question. There's so much material out there.
There's so much. Stay curious. Stay cautious.
Stay cautious. Never know what's lurking in the shadows.
You never know. Thanks for tuning in to Bloodshed Breakdowns. Subscribe, review, and grab our merch at bloodshedbreakdown-merch.printify.me.
Ooh, I need some new merch. That's a good domain name.
We got it. We snagged it.
You snagged it.
Stay curious and stay cautious.
Always.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.